Sometimes you need to know how to run a command. Some of them can get pretty complicated. You saw earlier, for example, I was using the ls command and I started adding options to it, right? So I could see other things like here I can show all the hidden directories. So there's a whole bunch of stuff hidden in my home directory. I also showed you adding the -L so I could see more information, right? I could see who owns the file, what group owns the file, the last time it was modified. There's a lot of different options here. How would I know that other than going to Google, right? You can always go to Google or ChatGPT or what have you. But there also is a command in Linux that will tell you more about a command. So if you type man, which is short for manual, it'll bring up the manual for that command. So it tells you everything you need to know about how to run that command. I'm using my arrow keys on the keyboard to scroll up and down. And when I'm done reading this, I'm going to hit Q to leave it. So Q is for quit. So it's going to let me leave that. You can also, in many cases, for example, if I type --help after the command, this also will give you documentation on how to run the command. In this case, it's giving me a little bit too much information, so I can pipe, oops, sorry, I have to hit the right key here. I can pipe the output to something like the more command, and that'll let me scroll back and forth. There's other versions of that command that you can use, but I'll talk about those in just a little bit. And actually, you know what, I'll just show you right now. So if I use the less command, it does the same thing as more, except it lets me scroll up and down, just like the man pages. And that works with pretty much any command, right? So any command, you can always pipe it into less, and it'll paginate it for you, so you can kind of scroll back and forth. That's useful if you're looking at long config files and things like that, which we're going to probably do in this course. All right, so that's basically how you're going to look up commands, how to use them, etc.